India's top military chair finally has a new occupant after a nearly 10-month gap. Lieutenant General Anil Chauhan has been announced as India's new Chief of Defence Staff, succeeding General Bipin Rawat, who was India's first Chief of Defence Staff. As you know, General Bipin Rawat's tenure as India's first CDS was cut short by the tragic helicopter crash that killed him and 13 others in December last year. Lieutenant General Anil Chauhan, from the Gorkha Rifles Regiment, like his predecessor in this top chair, retired from the army in May last year after serving as Director General Military Operations and finally as the Army's Eastern Commander. You're probably wondering how a retired officer can be appointed Chief of Defence Staff. Well, in June this year, the government amended military laws permitting the appointment of serving or retired 3-star officers if considered necessary in public interest. It is clear now that the officers that the government had in mind perhaps included Lieutenant General Anil Chauhan, and that's why the amendments. The appointment ends a great deal of speculation about this empty seat and who will fill the big boots of General Bipin Rawat. The new incumbent, who, like I told you, also belongs to the Gorkha Rifles Regiment, has his work cut out in the biggest possible way. General Bipin Rawat's tragic death abruptly brought to a halt the many big projects he had undertaken as Chief of Defence Staff. It will now be upon Lieutenant General Anil Chauhan to take forward those crucial missions. Most prominent among them will be theaterization, a gigantic push to reorganize the command structures of the armed forces to make them more functional and mission-focused rather than divided by geography. The controversial topic will likely be at the very top of the new CDS's table. The Department of Military Affairs that Lieutenant General Anil Chauhan will take charge of will also apply its mind to the big Atmanirbharta in defence push, a major thrust area and a calling card of the Modi government that is looking to boost self-reliance in indigenous weaponry and hardware and try and taper off India's massive continuing dependence on foreign equipment. The ongoing rollout of the contentious Agnipath scheme will be an immediate project that will require the new CDS's deft handling as well. As a recipient of the Param Vishesh Seva Medal and the Uttam Yudh Seva Medal among many others, Lieutenant General Anil Chauhan has been decorated both for meritorious service at senior levels as well as performance, crucially, in overseeing live operations. He moves to the top force now after serving at the National Security Council, where he has had a close view of big military developments around the world, including the Russia-Ukraine war and, of course, the China situation, which he saw even while he was in service. There's a lot of work to catch up on, but after 10 months, India finally has its new Chief of Defence Staff.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching India Today Newsmo.